Three from the field. Here's Walker. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Jefferson. The shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
And it's Roten finishing it off.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
On the wing, Batum. Outside, Walker beyond the arc. They get it back, and Zeller kicks to Lynn. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 12-4 run. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. A big dip in performance here for the Hornets last year. In 2014, they were very tough to beat at home, and that was not the case in 2015.
Yeah, I mean, they struggled to string together those defensive runs at home, and in the end, that led to their less than stellar record.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hansbrough's checked in.
Timeout shot.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, you know, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Yeah, that's a good call, Greg. I mean, there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT, and that can happen after you expend so much energy just to force the overtime. Boy, what a slick job of passing from Jeremy Lin on that one.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
Kevin, speed is their strong suit, and they'd like to play that way today if Coach has his way. He said there's no reason to hold these guys back. We'd like to push the pace as much as possible and play the game on our terms. Guys?
Thank you, Doris.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Hornets trail by 8. Walker with it, and Roten picks him up defensively. Walker goes in. Rebounded by Covington.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And that one's good. Noel.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard, but his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the leap. Just not as consistent as he needs to be, and a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage, Greg. You were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now, under 40% for Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
Roten, no good. Hornets trail by 6. Batum dishes to Walker. Takes it from 10. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you played with. And, Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
Here's Walker. After the Sixers pick up 2. Jefferson setting the pick for Walker. Again, the Hornets score.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Cannon. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. That's good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Charlotte trailing. Here's Walker. 8 points for him. And he uses the glass on the layup. Walker's got 10 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Knocked away. Goes up on the block, and he gets it to go. And the 76ers lead by 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Walker. He's got 10. Puts it up from 17 in a wide-open look for Lynn. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Roten with it, and it's Lynn picking him up. Wasted no time on that one. And it's 6 points for Roten. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lynn the pass to Jefferson. There's a screen by Hansbrough. And a wide open look for Walker. And it's Walker again missing.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
And it's the Hornets with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2. Hansbrough. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Cannon kicks to Okafor. The shot is off. And Charlotte will come the other way. Outside, Lynn. Pass to Hansbrough. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Jefferson. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Indiana.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The dish to Covington from deep. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Lynn. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one. Philadelphia has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Roten kicks to Noel. Batum brings the double team. 4-3, Covington. That drops. Covington's got 7 points in the game.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And last